Hello and welcome in. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're going to do all signs. What's changing in love 2023. See what we get. See what we get. Put that over here like that. We are going to start with Aries. We shall start with Aries. Welcome in, everyone. Here we go. Aries, what's changing in love for you 2023? What's 2023 in love for Aries, please? Here we go. If you could remember to like and subscribe, I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Let's get right into it. One more shuffle for you. Come on, love. For Aries. Okay. I see the Queen of Cups right off the bat a couple times, shuffling in the hand. What's here? Okay. Some of you guys are gonna really decide. You know something? I've been in such a situation. This is wild. I like your stuff so far. It's like some of you guys are really, and I feel as if this is from January to March, right up until where your birthday comes along. Whether you are on Aries that's born in March or not, but what I'm feeling for you, maybe early April. No, I don't know if you are in April. I can't even think about what time frame you guys are in. It feels more March. A March Aries. You could, whatever, maybe you're a cusper, Pisces and an Aries, but definitely, and I have, because I've got the 10 of Swords in reverse with the 10 of Swords upright with the 10 of Wands reversed. I feel like you putting things to rest that did not work out for you. You saying, I've had enough. This didn't work out for me. I'm going to go after what works for me. And you could have a very potential person that I feel like somebody's going to want to come towards you in love. I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing for you. You have a good chance that somebody wants to come towards you in love. Show me something else for Aries 2023 in love. I don't think it's, if you dealt with an air sign that gave you a lot of shit in 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, whatever year, I don't think you're going in the direction of the old person, the old air sign. I don't see you doing that. I see you saying, I'm not playing with this. Like hell to the no. If somebody tries to execute a reconcile with you and it's an air sign, definitely if it's an air sign, you're not interested in this love offer is what I'm seeing. If something made you feel like it needed to stay cut out or stay out in the cold, that's what you're doing. Definitely could have been an air sign for some of you Aries, by the way. You've made up your mind. I'm going to tell you, you've made up your mind, whether it's an air sign, earth sign, fire sign, water sign. Just take what I may get and grasp in for you. What else is here for Aries? You're focused on happiness in 2023. You're really focused on finding that person or finding what's going to make you happy with love commitments or offers, how to reach this beautiful energy. That's what I see you doing. And you're going to have them. Ace of Cups. Some of you, it could be somebody wanting to come back and fight for you. Others of you, it could be you recognizing, I'm done with the past and I want to focus on my happiness. That's what I see for you. You're all about balancing that out and recognizing that, it's time. There's probably been not enough movement in the past and I'm ready to transform. I'm ready to start that foundation or that journey with somebody. I want to move in that direction. That's what I feel and see. Some of you, if it feels like it hasn't happened, well, guess what? The Fool card is Aries. You're gonna take the risk, or you're being told you should take the risk. What else is here? The Empress upright. Clarify why that came out for Aries. King of Swords. This is all about getting the strength to overcome things of the past. The Empress, the Strength card, upright. A lot of you are going to face that and go after that. The King of Swords. Some of you might have had this on your mind for quite some time, or knowing that this is something you have to kind of go after. What else is here for Aries in love 2023? The change. The change is on its way. The change is, if it hasn't set in yet, I feel like you're working the thought process, the feelings to go in that direction. Find the balance of happiness. Something else for Aries 2023 in love. You've learned a lot. You've been trying to stay humble and grounded. You've also focused a lot on stability. Anytime you've had setbacks with change in love, you've went right into your stability. You didn't want to fight for something that you felt like wouldn't fight for you. So you put down the love options, or just said, you know what, if it's not coming in for me, I don't want to feel stuck in that energy. I don't want to feel emotionally exhausted in that energy. And I can't do that. Like I'll definitely could have been an air sign. Air sign, I've got on the board a lot of air, earth, and water. What else is here for Aries in love next year? I like that. What is it? The Devil. Why is the Devil here? Because you've recognized things that don't appreciate you, or that you can't follow through with. A lot of you are really going to pay attention to what works and what doesn't in 2023. That's what I see. What you can and can't build with. What's worth your time, and what you have to kind of shy and look the other way from. When I put this card down, it's basically the Devil. Toxic things, or whether it's, you don't want to be in anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, unwelcomed. And it's like you won't build in that direction. You'll turn it down. This is a I will turn it down energy. That's the judgment you will make. I feel like you're aware of this. You don't want to be bound to anything that slows you down. And it does feel kind of like on an emotional level, the aspect of emotions, or that just throws you off kilter. You've decided. It looks like you're like, you know what? I need to move on. I need to recognize what do they need to recognize? Some of you, it's like that I have to stay stern in my decision, and weigh the pros and cons, and what's worth building towards and what's not worth building towards. Some of you are going to really pay attention to that. Your foundations are looking good when it comes to love, though. I'm going to tell you, your foundations are, I feel like you're manifesting these as we speak, or have been, while you've been trying to get over situations of the past that didn't work out. Go to the bottom for some reason. Yeah, look at, I'm going to show you celebrations. Look at this, celebrations that didn't work out. 5 of Cups. Person, you're coming to the energy of recognizing I can't be in that energy. I don't want to feel that energy. I don't want to feel juggled. I don't want to waste my time. And who doesn't want to waste their time? You. And you stubbornly know that. You also may pursue more financial gains in life, whether it's buying a purchase, I feel something about a big purchase for you in 2023 as well. Something about wanting to make a big purchase, or another purchase of something, whether it's a vehicle, home, something like that, property. The Magician reversed with the 8 of Wands. Anything that feels untrustworthy, you're not going to let it get it. You're not going to want to play with it, is what this says. Something, finish it off for Aries. Show me something else for Aries. What do we got? Show it off for Aries. Yeah, Queen, this wanted to come out. Queen of Swords. You won't take action with that. The Hermit, you'll take time to focus on yourself. And I'm going to tell you, you've got double, like, if it doesn't flow, I'm letting go kind of energy. I don't think you're going to have the patience for anything of the past. I'm telling you, something about releasing the past and staying emotionally committed to what you want to see, or what you know should be a win. Going to be very balanced when it comes to what is emotionally correct, and what you can take on and what you shouldn't take on for Aries. In towards love, that did look good. It does look like you're going to have offers. Some of you, I'm going to tell you, I felt like it was from anytime from January to the end of March, something like that. Okay, let's keep going. And I hate to say, but truthfully, I feel like if it's a message from somebody of the past, they don't win. They don't get. You don't acknowledge it, or you don't care. You don't want to deal with it. For the majority of you Aries, it's like, no, I'm all set kind of energy. Like it's not worth it. I'm behind. This is behind me at this point, or something like that. Wanting that new excitement, that new experience, something is what I'm seeing on you guys. It's that's more enticing for you. All right, we're gonna move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus. Welcome in, everybody. Taurus. What's here for Taurus? Taurus, did you have to emotionally walk away from something? I didn't even shuffle yours, but something told me to leave that one out. Emotionally releasing something. You're aware of this too. You know that was the best outcome for the situation. Hold on. Oh, when they jump in my hand, I have to give them. Could have been building. Could have been wanting to build with it. So far, I'm not going to call it what sign yet. Clarify for Taurus in a second. What do we have for Taurus? Thank you for the super chat, Renee. What do we have for the sign of Taurus? Some of you, it's just not wanting to take a chance with somebody. Something about if you take a chance with somebody, it's a fucking disaster. I'm gonna tell you. And if you've been there, done that, and been there, done that energy, you've learned to move away from this. You're trying to build towards an emotional balance. Also, could be a something strong with stability. Your own stability, your own creative power, your own presence is very vital to you at this time. Like excruciatingly important is what I feel. Let's keep going. Emotionally, definitely invested in your ideas or what you're gonna do in 2023. Show me something in love for Taurus, please. Okay, put these down. What's gonna happen in love? Fire or air sign. Somebody's gonna want to try to connect with you. This could be definitely a fire or air sign so far from what I'm seeing. You got a lot of air here. Whether it was a separation or there was too many people in the pot. A Dr. Hyde and a Jackal kind of situation. What the fuck? You're not if I won't clarify. Somebody may try to focus towards you. Is it old energy? Yes or no? Upright, yes. Reversed is no. Is it old energy? Somebody. Oh wow! So you could have somebody that wants to focus on you, and it could be brand new fucking energy, a brand new person, and you're too fucking busy. You may be too busy building money, building stability, status, gaining your worth. Something about attaining a lot of fucking wealth, knowing that's the direction you need to head in. Kind of not wanting to be bothered, not wanting anything to get in your victory, knowing that. Something about you already know this. And you know that it's gonna need that's the it's almost like if you were trying to fix a chain on a bicycle. I don't know why I saw a bicycle and the chain fall off, like the chain's fallen off too many times. I'm gonna make it so this bicycle chain is tight and it always stays consistent, and you end up getting a victory. You may have somebody that's somebody. You may have energy around you as well that needs to release or trust themselves a little bit more, or that's what you're doing. Some of you, it's what you're doing when it comes to love. And if it's not moving as fast as you want in 2023, you're not so hung up on that. You're more focused and dedicated on what your goals, what you want to see transpire or shift. that tells me anything of the past that you tried to grow with, whether it was a fire sign, air sign, maybe another earth sign, but fire sign, air sign, prominent. You're not going to lie to yourself about getting stuck in this past situation. The damage the damage control is done. I feel like you're taking control, and you know you can't lie to yourself, and you have to head on solid and on your own. You're putting the past behind you. This took a lot of endurance or patience throughout 2022, maybe even following in from 2021 into 2022. The Hermit, you're gonna get a lot more help from the other side. The other side is gonna help you a lot. I feel like they're gonna offer you this coin. Um, if you had to release a hard love situation, the clarity I'm getting from them is that's probably what was best for your stability. That's what's up. It could have been a Gemini, lovers reverse, somebody that was very, you know, somebody that's very like attractive or likes to be very sexually active with you, something like that. I don't feel you're stuck in that energy at all or going to fight for something like that. Emotionally, I think your stability is on allowing new celebrations in. This other person could be upset because they could have a little bit more to catch up on, something about they need to catch up. Four of Swords, Ace of Cups. If they were to come in, you don't move towards them. If it's somebody from the past tries to come towards you, you do not build with them. You do not want to feel bound. This decision, if it hasn't shown up yet, you'll manifest. You'll probably look back at the situation or what had happened. Some of you it could have been third party. Others of you, it's more or less you were like, I gotta work with what's best for me at this time. That's very important for Taurus, and you're very passionate about this. You have a very certain love or degree of respect for where you want to head. This is what I'm seeing for the sign of Taurus. The person definitely could have been a younger air sign, maybe a fire sign, earth sign. But this person isn't going to, it's a no. This is a definite no. To me, this is no. That's reversed. The judgment's reversed. If they try to come towards you or see what you're up to, you don't have time for it. You're going to be too focused on yourself, emotionally not investing in something of the past. I feel like you're too worried about the future and the creative insight that you have to offer the world. Something about I need the world to see me. I need the world to see me. And I'm releasing things of the past. That's what I see for Taurus. Okay. How is everybody? How are we all doing in here? I am not using the app I usually use because it is not sending out my notifications at all. So I'm like, you know something? The app I use where you usually see it on the screen, they're wanting you to, I already paid for it, or it's already been paid for a couple years back. And now I got an email and I knew there was an issue with it. And I'm like, I'm going to stop using that just for a little while because I got an email and it was like, oh, by the way, if you want us to show your stuff to more people, then you need to pay us more. And I'm like, now you're taking over too much control. I can just go right back into using YouTube. Fuck that shit. You're not going to swindle me or demote my channel because you want more money. That I can't even believe that that's allowed, or that I would get an email and read something like that. Maybe I read it wrong, but it didn't seem that way. And with what I've been seeing, it doesn't seem that way. I'm like, no, oh hell no. That app can take a backseat. All right, let's keep going. We're on to Gemini. What's changing in love 2023 for Gemini? What's changing in love 2023 for Gemini? What's the message for Gemini in love 2023? Thank you, Kelly. I happened to catch your comment. I'm kind of in the way of it a little bit. Thank you, Black Widow Witch, for the super chat. The super chat donation, greatly appreciated. Here we go. You're going to have some pros and there's a lot of balance that you're going to need to focus on in 2023. And I'm going to fucking tell you, it's going to feel rocky at first, or you're going to wonder if you're making the right decision. Some of you, this is career related. Do I stay or do I go? If I stay, will there be trouble? Kind of like, what the hell? Like, why is it always a fucking problem? And you may identify this by the end of January. Latest mid-February, probably. All right, let's keep going. What's here for this is something you're really gonna have to make that decision. That's like what do I do here? It's almost like you feel like you've crossed a threshold just to fall into another pile of like that roller coaster, like riding the waves in the background, wanting the balance or seeing the balance shift. And you're gonna have to think about it because it almost feels like it starts to get better just to fall back apart. Something in your career. Maybe it's the people around the career, or it's the way the career is operating. You might have to come up with an idea, a judgment, or make the best judgment for you or all parties invested, whether that's your family or how you feel about the situation. Let's see what you get. Show me something for Gemini. What's changing in love? Got work so far. Ooh, you getting that one. Clarify why that came out, please. You may move on from a career. Before I even get into love, you may move on from a career or just have had a fuck enough with a career. Or that's going to be something you're definitely contemplating next year, whether it's in January or throughout next year. There's a career that's just like, it's been too fucking much. I shouldn't swear so much. They don't like to show my stuff when I swear. I got to calm down on that. But here, it's hard to get monetized like by ads when you cuss. So I got to kind of give it a little less. It's going to be a trick for me because half the time I don't even recognize I'm doing it as much as I am. I'd rather be comfortable in my own skin. And that's what I try to do with you guys. So what I'm seeing is there's something here where there's a battle that you may feel like this kind of is like, I feel like this is hopeless. I'm not trying to feel like I have to fight for this situation. And I'm kind of thinking I want to move away from this situation. This could be career related. It could be emotionally just too fucking much to deal with. There goes again. I slipped. Sorry, YouTube. You may just walk away in this love situation. You may say, you know what? You may start to really appreciate yourself in this position and recognize I can find better, or I can do something on my own. You're gonna be thinking about this. This is gonna be something that crosses the mind. Show me something else. Yeah, in regards to the beginning of the year, your stability is going to be something huge where you're like, why have I invested so much time in something that's emotionally making me feel sick? If something's making you emotionally feel sick, work related, you may decide, all right, the party's over. I need to find new celebrations. You may actually go back to something you've already done, something about that, just because where you are, it doesn't feel like it's working. If you believe you have to go in a new direction, trust the process. Something about you should trust the process. Can you show me anything about love for them? Work is all here for you right now. Anything about love for Gemini? Some of you could be moving away from a lover, or a lover could be moving away from you. There could be distance between you and a lover or a love situation. Is it somebody they've already dealt with? Yes or no? Yes, it is somebody you've already dealt with as well. It's not somebody brand new. It's not like somebody comes in and out. That's somebody brand new. Like that is telling me, yes, it's somebody you've already dealt with. There's been struggles with this though. Somebody's been holding back from moving away from the old energy, making that final walk. Somebody's trying to, walk down by the river. They haven't fully made that commitment, or they need to commit a little bit more and let things be what they're supposed to be. What are you trying to build towards? Balance. You guys really want balance. Things have been feeling a little unbalanced. Some of you, it's in love and work, love and career, and you're aware of that, feeling like you don't get the victory. You're gonna entertain either new celebrations, or new celebrations are gonna want to entertain you when it comes to love. You may also cut out a Libra, air sign. King of Swords reversed. Queen of Pentacles. You're really going to be dedicated to your work, or just not wanting to tolerate, You may be fed up with another air sign, whether it's work related or in love. What the hell? Maybe an earth sign. The Magician reversed. You feel like you're dealing with somebody that you just can't trust, or that you just can't. Things, the cycle won't close emotionally. It's you're done. I feel like it's been too long. Something about too long. You've already used up all the patience, and you're ready to start anew. The World card. Start something brand new. Something else for Gemini. King of Pentacles, and you're gonna. If you're worried about your career, or I'm gonna say if you're worried about your career or the direction ahead, it looks solid. It looks like if you put the effort in, you get the win. The King of Pentacles upright with the Death card reversed, it changes for you. The decision's gonna work in your favor for a lot of you. Some of you may put more focus on one of the two too. You may focus more on what to do in a career versus a love situation. But ultimately, you have every balance card that come out in a lot of Libra energy in your reading. And I feel like the thing is either you want to move away from another air sign, or another air sign wants to move away from you. What else is here for? It was upright. You could have some offers too. Knight of Cups. There could be some offers that want to come towards you or move towards you in 2023. If it's this one or this one, if somebody comes in, you may see multiple offers wanting to get around you. You're not really focused on anything that feels uncertain. With that Justice, you're really wanting to balance out life, like your home life and your career. That's the manifestations you're aiming. That's the things that's been trickling down. And if this resonates with you, you're aware of this. You also may be focusing on your psychic abilities, or getting more in tune with trusting that you have to release something that's been draining you, whether it's career or love. It's been far too long, and you know that it's been far too long. This is what it's telling me. You want to build in a new direction away from that, is what I'm seeing. Bottom. Because it's blocked the happiness. It's like you feel like something's blocking the sun, and it's not the clouds. It's just the fact that things haven't shifted in the best perspective that you see fit for either you, or maybe if you have kids as well. What else is here? That could be you worrying about your kids, and this could be about you feeling that way towards your kids, whether they're somewhat grown or grown. Five of Cold reverse. You're at a point. Clarify that. In 2023, you just want to move on. This is easy. You just want to move on, and you want to get that fulfillment. You're looking for that right option. Some of you have identified you can't make a judgment with something, whatever sign it was you dealt with. There's somebody that it's not meant to happen. This person, if they were to try to come in, I feel like you wouldn't trust the transition. Something about not trusting it, but that's how they would feel about you. Somebody's wanting to like move forward or even move away, something like that. Whether you have that feeling around you or it's the other person. Ten of Cups reversed. You're going to have a decision to make. And I feel like you've known this for quite some time. Like, do I stay in this energy with this person, or do I move on completely? That's what I'm seeing for you guys. You got the Ten of Cups reversed with the Ten of Pentacles upright. It's almost like you have to commit to saying no to somebody, because you have the Queen of Rods and the King of Rods. One minute you think you want it, the next minute you're like, I don't want it. I don't think I want to deal with it. Or why do I put up with it? Or why do I... Maybe you have to put up with it for children or something like that. I don't know. The Empress, knowing you don't want to build, learning that you've probably had to do too much on your own, and now it's time. If you're the type of Gemini that has to take care of a lot on your own, sometimes you can give out so much to others. You got to remember to love yourself and go after what you truly want. That's your message. In love, it does look like you have options, but it also, you really have a lot of either focusing on love and career and balancing that in 2023, or doing one and then trying to get to the other. Whatever which way you feel confident in, trust it. I'm going to say something of, you need to really trust that, and you need to not, even if it feels out of your control right now, if the passion's already gone, or you know that it's not trustworthy, or it makes you feel like shit, well, it's you're at that point where you're putting down the past burdens. You've learned that some shit just isn't worth the heartbreak, the obsessive behavior, or the stagnant, the stabs in the back, the stabs in the heart, the feeling of being stuck in a situation, or you're not going to want to carry that in 2023. And you're going to really be careful with that if you're dealing with both. Something about if you're dealing with love and health, excuse me, I let something slip early. If you're dealing with love and finance, don't let it affect your health. That's what I'm seeing for you. Make sure you are getting checked out regularly. Don't let your stress become such a problem that all of a sudden your body wants to fall apart, because that can happen. All right, that's what I have for Gemini. All right, we're gonna do Cancer. Here we go. Cancer, welcome in, everybody. Please remember to hit that like button. Thank you very much. I see 52. Can we get 86? 86 and 86? That'd be pretty nice of you. Here we go. Welcome in. I'm freezing my ass off down here. I'm not gonna lie, it's cold as shit down in this room. I should have brought the heater down. I say it every time, I never bring it. I'm such a stubborn ass. Leo. I mean, shit. I'm a Leo fire sign. They're stubborn as shit. But then I got fixed Taurus, moon and rising. That's another stubborn sign. My sun, moon, and rising are all fixed. But it's usually stubborn for a good reason. I've learned that. Because people don't like to listen to what they don't understand, and then it's usually too fucking late. I've learned those lessons. I've got many more. You've got many more. We're all going to learn lessons, and I hope we learn a lot of lessons and help a lot of people and ourselves more in 2023. Here we go. Cancer. What's here for Cancer? Sorry if the shuffle's smacking you in the ear. Kind of heavy-handed. I like that. I have it on my Gone with the Wind book, where I put a lot of my stuff, some of my stuff in it. It's not, so I'm up higher on the table. I have less space doing this, but I like that I'm not like this, so. Whoa, you're getting those. They flew out. You're getting all these ones that wanted to come out, and that one's going to be the last one. Can't come flying out at me like that. A lot of you have been patient in love, but you know that it's something that you wanted to come towards you. You've learned that if it's not working or it's not fighting for you, you're out on the board already and you're upright. This is you. You've learned these lessons. You may be wanting to see somebody else not feel like stuck or left behind. That may be on your mind emotionally. You may come back to these thoughts or feelings quite a bit in 2023 is what this tells me. I'm going to show you the cards. You may be worried about somebody else's happiness. I feel like more than yours. The Temperance with the Knight of Cups reversed. There's some kind of, could have been a love offer. Some of you, this could have been a relationship. Some of this could have been a child around you. But there's some kind of love commitment that's been left in the cold, that if it hasn't shown up, you don't want it to feel stuck anymore. I feel like you don't want it to feel stuck anymore. I don't feel like it's you that feels stuck. I feel like you don't want to see them feel stuck about the emotional ties to it or missing out on the happiness. Now, you may have had to fight for that or fight your way out of that as well. You may have both. Somebody was ahead of the other person. Somebody already went through all that experience. It was really painful. And now the other person's going through it. The Hierophant reversed with, you might have just said, hey, if it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And the only reason I feel like that might have been you is you showed up upright. Something feels like it's not wanting to show up for you. You may have said, something, I can't force anything out of a situation. If it's not willing to move towards me or come my way, I'll sit back kind of energy. Give me something else for Cancer. 2023. Why? Show me why that card. You might have had to look the other way because there was other people throwing shade or dirt on your name. This is other people were getting in your business. Other people were getting in your business or trying to mess with your foundation. You may have not have heard of everything that had transpired. You may not have heard everything that you would like to know what was said about you. Other people were getting in your business, and that might have been what screwed up the victory that could have lied ahead or should, or might have just slowed down the process. Something about slowing down the process. I do feel like you're going to move towards your stability a lot and manifest more stability in 2023. Some of you, this has been something you've had to tackle, and you'll cut out any celebrations or reconciliations that don't feel deemed trustworthy. If you feel like you can't trust it, you're not going to lie to yourself about looking at a situation. You're going to be more invested in stability and cutting anything out that doesn't feel like it works or fits where you are. Some of you, when it comes to love, you've just said, something, I'm not really going to focus on it that much this year. I'm really going to focus on the things that make me happy. The Hermit with why is the balance here? Clarify that. The Hermit reversed. The Knight of Rods. You also may have dealt with an air sign, earth sign, fire sign that just you couldn't deal with, or when you tried to go towards them, or they were afraid to go towards you in love. What the hell is this? The Queen of Pentacles reversed. They might not have trusted the change of the situation or seeing the growth happen. I don't think you're minded by that. If they couldn't recognize the situation, I feel like you're taking action on emotional acceptance of situations. And there's no secret here that a lot of you have had a lot go on in life and you've just been tired. And if something were to come in, you may not entertain it right off the bat. I don't feel like you're in that wanting to deal with it. I don't feel like you look at this. I don't feel like you want to deal with this. I feel like you want to be successful, and it's almost like you have that I've had enough and I need to strive for balance. That's the risk I want to take. Those are the moves and waves I want to make. You're not doing it in like a bad way because you've learned situations of the past. And you've had a lot of assessing, and it doesn't feel like a month, 6 weeks. It feels like years. You've probably had this situation go on for a long ass time. As much as you didn't, it might have been a hard decision to come to this crossroads. Something about this was not easy to make this decision, whether it was a lover, a child, whatever this is. Could have been an air sign, earth sign. This is air sign, earth sign here. That if you felt bound to it emotionally, you came to, I got to make a decision. I got to be strong. If it's not going to come in, I can't be hurt emotionally. You keep getting the same thing. I'm not going to let it destruct the celebrations or the creative things that are meant to show up. Something about the Strength card with the Two of Wands to the Five of Cups. You're not wanting to feel pulled back, but you're also feeling like somebody's not coming towards you, not building towards you in a celebration or in love. But you're not wanting it to get in the way of where you want to be. It's almost like you're willing to have somebody approach you, but you're not willing to go after them. Something like that's going to show up or could show up. Or you're feeling like they will show up and I'm not going to approach it because they will. Something like that. They'll come to me for the celebration. And look who's on the bottom. The only card that stayed there is you. Some of you, it's that. Now, this could be a cross-watchers read. I could have totally just gotten their energy on you. For everybody's going through similar things, but a little bit different. Okay? The foundations are going to be very important. And it might have been because they were hard to get the stability in action for the sign of Cancer as well. That forward movement of that. And you've been aware of that in 2022. Okay. Leo. Let's do Leo. Leo. I'm going to drink some coffee. Drink some coffee. What do we got for Leo? Let's hear for the sign of Leo. What's changing in love for Leo? What's changing in love 2023 for Leo? What do you got? Definitely going to have some emotional. You're going to have to focus on weigh the ladder on what's going to emotionally feel uplifting or correct in 2023. You might just come to that decision. We'll see. You may figure that one out. What else is here? Transformation, death card. Clarify why the death is here. That can, when I read, that can have so many reasons it shows up in front of me to try to figure out what's going. Clarify the death card for Leo. What do you put in the brakes on? You're going to really focus on what you can and can't trust. 2023 Leo. The death card with the Knight of Swords. Anything you feel like you can't go after or take direction towards, you're going to put the pedal to the metal energy. Kind of like you're going to put the brakes on anything that you feel like you can't trust. I can't say it any more than that. And I'll explain why, because I just looked down at this, didn't know that was there. You have the Chariot with the Ace of Pentacles. Anything that gets in your way, in your foundations, and where you want to go or what you're trying to achieve. You may also have a lot of thoughts, or be thinking a lot, trying to think of how to get the right judgment of a situation out. Anything that tries to deter that or knock you down, you are not letting that shit near you, because that's deceptive as hell. That is not good. That is like a trickery, like a slippery slope, and you have double slippery slope energy underneath, not letting anything disturb your happiness. The Ace of Pentacles, foundations, the things you want to see change in your life, the balance that you want in your life. You're not letting that get in the way. You're like, nah, fuck that. I won't let anything stop my ass. Who's saying that? Who's saying that? A lot of you, it's about building a great fortune. Building a great fortune. Something about building a great fortune. Trucking on. If problems come up, with emotion, anything comes to you emotionally or burdens you, you're gonna be like, do you see my blade? You may just sit back and say no. You're gonna be very you're gonna understand something about, something. If it's not willing to go with me or go with the flow of change, I've already seen that maybe I have to kind of go solo. Something about I'm not going to let it disturb my happiness or my peace of mind. If it's an emotional investment that hasn't been moving, look at this, that hasn't been moving, or you've been waiting for it to move, you're going to say, something, why hasn't this been moving? You may not fight for it, or you may get sick of fighting for it. You may say, I'm going to leave this shit in the cold. The love offer's not showing up. Temperance. What am I doing here when I should be building towards excitement and not being stuck in situations that emotionally drain me? And it's not a secret. You also may have to just be very strong with the way you approach things in 2023. This feels like from like April to June. I've got the Emperor with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. You're going to have to weigh some pros and cons of situations. You also may I don't know what it's saying. I got to ask what it's doing this for. I'm putting you down, though. You're getting put down. What are you getting? Give me something on those three. I want to see what you're really trying to say. Show me something for Leo. Show me something. They're reversed. At least this one is. Page of Pentacles. If anything comes in, or if you deal with somebody from the past, if somebody wants to come in from the past, I don't see you wanting to do that. Ace of Cups reversed, 10 of Pentacles reversed. When it comes to, if something tries to come back up towards you from the past, I don't really see you wanting to build with it, because you've got the Page of Pentacles before that and the Eight of Swords. You may, if the only thing that could slow you down, Leo, in 2023 is you and lacking the clarity on which direction to build in, which celebration is going to make you happy, what's going to bring in the right balance. A lot of you are going to be done with assessing the past or accepting if something's not meant to work, or if it's not going to work, it's got to be cut out. If the celebration's not coming in, then I'll go manifest the celebration that will come in. You're going to be seeing this happen. You may be just be tired of having to, stand out on your own when it comes to love, or a love commitment, or the lack of moving towards it, or getting the balance, the justice you want with it. You're going to be in decision mode in 2023. Whether this is something brand new, whether you start a brand new relationship, or you thought of reconciliation with somebody, really going to have to focus on what works for you. Really go in and take the time to see what works for you. One more for the bottom. Some of you, the Wheel of Fortune reversed. I'm going to give you another. Why? You're not going to want to play with situations that don't want to take a risk. If it's not taking a risk with you, you're going to get sick of the mentality of, well, it's not moving forward. It's just going to get you, when it comes to love, you just say, fuck it. Kind of like, I don't want to deal with it emotionally. If it doesn't want to accept change, I'm going to change. Something about you knowing that. Some of you may have dealt with that this year, but that does feel like a lot of you will go through that next year. So if you got into a brand new thing with somebody and you saw things repeating, you'd end it faster than it started. You'd be like, nope, I don't want to deal with this. Nope. That's what I got for Leo. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hey, everyone. All right. Virgo. What's the message? 2023 for Virgo. In love. What's the changes? What's changing in 2023 for Virgo? Some of you could be moving, or feeling like it's a better opportunity to move. Something about taking the lead, getting away from where you are, starting anew, wanting to move, or feeling like you're going to have no choice but to move. I don't know, maybe the rent's going up, or if you rent, or you just want to move. Some of you just may want to move, or just something about move or travel. Some of you don't want to be stuck on a fire sign. Ooh, definitely could be a fire sign. Some of you, may not be all of you, but could be a Leo. I got the sun just came out. I'm going to tell you, it could be a fire sign Leo. It could be an air sign or another earth sign. Some of you know that the decision needs to be made, and you need to focus on what's going to make you happy. Something about you need to focus on what's going to spark your interest. Hold on. One more for you. You have all right, let me show you the cards. So you have the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. Some of you have been knowing that there's something that just doesn't feel like it's working, and you're not sure if it's going to pan out in your favor, or you tell yourself, this is kind of like, I worry too much about something changing. Some of you, it is in the situation with a new connection in love, assessing something new to happen, or seeing the strength of getting it. A lot of you may feel like you don't have time, or your career's always in the way of a victory, an emotional happiness, is what it's showing me. Some of you may work a lot. This is like that. I get that. I like a workaholic. Like you work all the fucking time. Um, work, work. There'll be more work cards. I just the way they are outright, both upright. It feels like your time's invested in work a lot. But I have the 10 of swords with the hangman. Some of you are recognizing in the hangman, some of you are recognizing things that just feel like this. You have to make a decision on what's worth going after, or you've already come to the conclusion, but you're just feeling like it's not moving fast enough. Something about it not shifting, or the time of it not showing up yet. Waiting for this new celebration. You've been asking for this too. Some of you know that you've been asking, whether it's God, your spirit angels, whatever you've been doing, you've been asking for this little bit of excitement. Seeing, you've been wanting something to show up, whether it's love or a change in. It could be your finances. It feels like it feels like both. If you're mimicking Gemini's reading, you really want balance. King of Swords, Seven of Swords, and don't want to be lied to when you build. You may have felt like you were lied to an earth sign, fire sign, Knight of Rods, and you might have felt like there was something they were hiding. Holy shit, you might have felt like they were hiding something, or come to the realization they weren't going to tell you everything you wanted to hear, or they were trying to tell you everything they thought they could get, basically trying to razzle you up, distract you. This person I feel was a great distraction. This is somebody I don't feel like you even talk to right now. You might have dealt with somebody that distracted you, and it kind of tried to throw you off balance. I think you moved out of that energy fairly quickly. You also may have been focusing on the health of somebody else around you, or your own health, and be really wanting to see new situations arise. There's no secret you want to see new celebrations arise, and that you want to have emotional happiness, fulfillment, but also don't want to feel like you have to worry like the last situation. Temperance, I feel like you want love, but you're gonna be very precise on how it comes towards you. Because if in the past it made you confused or have to think about it, you won't want to even entertain it or look at it, build with it. You may even say, no, I'm not answering that message. Hell no. That shit reminds me of yesterday's news. I'm not gonna fight for something that I feel like you won't build for a situation unless it feels right. Something about you knowing if somebody comes in with that cup, that offer of love towards you, and if they come like this, the Hermit's in reverse. You're going to tell them no. It's almost like you've assessed people who show you. You probably were quiet about this. You probably like had an understanding of what was going on, or the fact that they may have been hung up on the past, or have been struggling to take a leap, release the past, move on from the past. Why did the Queen of Swords show up? So you decided I'm not going to fight for it, and you might have said I just let it be what it is. Kind of like I'm okay with moving on from a situation because this person wasn't ready to move on, or they thought they were but they weren't, or they were just confusing the fucking hell out of me. Something like that. You learned, Hierophant. Emotionally, you said, screw it. I can, anyways, I'm more needing to focus on independent energy and not feeling left in the cold or having to fight for something. Somebody tried to come in, and as much as it came in and might have made you question stuff, your stability was so important that's what you kind of, you had very good, you were like a rubber band. Like if somebody tried to stretch you out like that, you stretch right back. Like, nope, I'm moving to a different area of that. Emotionally, I don't feel like it bugged you, and that's like you just dealt with it, but you know that it was the right way to handle it. You keep getting cards in reverse. This is more or less you recognizing King of Rods, you being passionate, you using your mind correctly. Queen of Rods, Queen of Rods. Emotionally, it might have upset you, but you realized it wasn't bringing in the balance that you deserve. So you said, no. Wow. It felt like something was, there was more to the story than what was being shed to light. Something like that. And you might have known, or you might have felt it, or been wondering, kind of like she kind of knows. Look at her. Yeah, okay. Kind of energy. Might have done it silently, mentally. Really kind of went inside to figure out what's going on, or just recognize it's not worth the burden. I have so much other things to focus on. Something like that for Virgo. Libra. Let's do Libra. Libra, 2023. I didn't really get love on Virgo. Before we do Libra, I didn't really get much love. I got more or less, think about it, but you'll be more invested in what's good for you as you move forward. If something does show up from the past, they may not. Some of you, they can't because they're blocked. Others of you, if they try, you probably look at it, let it sit for a day or two, or an hour, a couple hours, probably a day or two. Like, notice it's there, not even do anything, then decide, you know what, I should probably just delete it. That may be for some, not for all. So do whatever fits your story and whatever's best for you. That's all I ask. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. Please remember to smash that like button. Libra now. Libra. Libra. Why? If somebody wasn't willing to fight for you, you might have dealt with somebody that cheated on you. I feel like you had to recognize that somebody needed to be cut out. Somebody may have left you for somebody else. What the fuck? I'm sorry. If that's the case, there was either some cheating or some dishonest ass shit going on around you. The Chariot reversed. Temperance. Shuffle. There was somebody that you may have had to recognize when it came to this love situation. I feel like you recognized, you might have sat in that energy for a little while. Like, is it worth fighting for? Or are they going to fight for me? Eventually, the answer was no. Queen of Swords reversed, Ace of Swords reversed. When it came to the happiness, the 10 of Cups upright, you were patient about it until you recognized I have to move in a different direction. I have to run away from this. It's causing me too many fucking headaches and burdens. The Hangman. It might have taken you some time to feel the balance or get the balance of the situation. That one doesn't feel that easy to deal with. Some of you also may have had either this person had some health complications or you may have as well. If it wasn't health, it was financial burdens to tend with while that was going on. Something else. Some of you could have been a Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Either they might have had money problems, you had money problems, or it was health issues. Ace of Pentacles, but why? Some of you, it was getting your health up. Health more than money issues. It could have been money problems and stability problems, but a lot of it could have been making sure your health stays good. Maybe it was your emotional health, or knowing that somebody's emotionally toxic as shit and you have to release that. That could have been what you dealt with too, Libra. Transforming it, coming to the conclusion, I have to make this decision. Some of you are going to have a new love offer come, whether it's sometime next year, in 2023, or I feel like something's coming for you. Clarify those. Something's moving in, could be by the summertime, maybe the fall, in love with you. You're going to get a judgment. You're going to get a judgment, or something wants to come towards you. I just saw Justice upright. That's you. And it's the card that didn't want to go in. If you just saw that or you rewind it, the card that crushed after I saw it, Judgment. You may get the judgment or the celebration. You're going to have options. This is all about you having options. Once you recognize that I can't let things of the past upset me, or if you've already recognized it, which the cards are kind of saying you did, and that you're not trucking towards it because you've made up your decision, in 2023, you have options that want to build with you, or vice versa, that want to build with you. Holy shit. And who has the option? That's another one of your cards. Your reading's done. You got a hell of a reading. That turned into, what the hell is this, to? God damn, Libra. I liked your reading. How it was just like, let me show you what's up in 2023. That was pretty awesome. Shabama. All right. Libra is done. Scorpio. Of course, the sun. Trying to give me some more energy? I got coffee right here. You think I need some more energy? You ever seen a guy talk to the sun? Well, you have today, and I can't even see you right now. Blinded. All right, let's go. Wow. Shine upon me. That's so stupid. All right, let's go. I really can't see you. Can't see shit. That is bright. Maybe it'll show you how light my eyes really are. They are pretty light brown in the sun. Here we go. On to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Here we go. Oh, that was. I'm gonna stop with that one. That felt perfect. What's here? 2023 for Scorpio in love. That one. Ooh, you got. I didn't know there was two there. Stability. Some of you may also travel or move, relocate. You also may stop talking to somebody. Could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. A strong energy could be a Libra. Clarify the wheel. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Now they flipped. I'm not going to give them to you. Yeah, I am. They wanted to drop that way. This is I won't have time for it reading. Anybody that comes towards you next year, stability upright, you're going to really focus on forward movement, progress. Something about progress, or where you want to be. Some of you may want to move out of the area you live in or away from certain people. What the hell is that? The King of Swords reversed with the Wheel of Fortune. You wanting to cut somebody away from you, like slide away, or either somebody wants you to move away, or thinks you're going to move away, or you're going to move away from somebody. That's what I'm feeling on those four. Page of Swords to the Knight of Rods. As you're trying to learn or move towards something, Knight of Rods, if anything feels kind of shaky, or that's very back and forth, indecisive, for like starting to want to do something but holding back, whether it's with a reconciliation or just to move away, you end up doing it in 2023. Some of you it's a love, some of you it's moving away from a love completely, or just your friendships, something about, it could have something to do about people that are around you. You're not so close with them anymore, or they move over. It's either you move or they move. It looks like you move. Doesn't mean you do. Could be the other way. The Hangman reversed. Excuse me, the Hangman. Yes, it is reversed with the Three of Swords. Anything of the past that has made you feel like it needs to go, or if you need to go, you're not so worried. I get like I'm not worried about it energy. If I couldn't have a victory when it comes to um, a love situation, or knowing that you just don't feel confident where you are, wanting to sit still where you are, emotionally, you're not gonna let it kind of get in your way. Something about, I'm not letting this get in my way. I'll just go after the change. I'm gonna go after the change. I'm gonna basically very accepting energy. Some of you, I don't know why, it's not the first time. It's not the first time this has happened. It's not the first time this has happened, and that's why you might move in that direction, or feel like people don't fight for you, or they stress you out too much, and that's why you're kind of really focused on what you can manifest. You're not really hung up on a love celebration towards maybe the first 3 or 4 months. I'm definitely going to stick with at least maybe I'm going to say 3 to 5 months, 3 to 4, maybe 5 max. I don't feel like you're too hung up on an investment in love. You've released the past. Something about you knowing that that was the wise choice, and your stability, or where you want to be, is important. You also may change the way you eat or eating habits, and you don't want to deal with anything that's going to block your happiness. If anything tries to make you feel left out in the cold, you're going to endure the strength to put the love back into yourself. Anything tries to do that, or treat you kind of like the Seven of Cups, like the option card, you're going to go after balance. You may even ignore that shit and just say, no, that's not for me. Emotionally, I'm not going to worry about it because I have other things, other creative solutions, other endeavors, other things I want to build or make sense of, have show up for me. Something about, I want something to show up for me. It feels like it's been taking for some of you. It could be love, wanting love to show up for you, or you've learned that I just got to be patient with it, and when it's meant to happen, the love will happen. That's kind of like, you already know that. Two of Swords. There will be a decision next year, and it's up to you if you want to take action or if you feel like you have the time for it. King of Pentacles. I feel like if it stresses you out, you don't build with it. If you feel stress on it, you cut it out before it can even start. You cut it out before it can even start. You're not going to battle with it. No. Because you've assessed what? You've learned shit from past experiences. You've molded yourself into probably a pretty well-rounded person. I feel like you're well-rounded in decision making, or you're going to be in 2023. And you're doing it with the Queen of Cups. Emotionally doing it correct. If that was reversed, you may be ignoring the emotional power of the happiness that you are willing to go after, or hoping that shows up at your door. You might have to go after that too. Something about, you need to get out. You need to get out and go after that. That's what I have for you guys. Page. I'll give you a couple more. The King of Rods reversed stubbornly released an ending with the Ten of Swords. You're looking away from anything that burdens you, anything you've had to learn about, or emotionally just draw back from or accept. You're figuring that out, and you're wanting to take the lead next year. You're going to have a lot of I see you being really wanting to do things that make you feel happy, or some of you, you're going to want to do things that make you feel happy, or wanting to make those around you feel happy. It could be your kids. If you have children, it could be your kids. I'm just going to say for kids on your reading. I don't know why. You also could become very enlightened next year. That to me says you could be very enlightened next year. You could get a lot of secret information. There you are. Oh shit! You could get a lot of secret information. Oh, you're done. You're done. Wind it up. Shit. You haven't done that to me in a while, Scorpio. Come out the last card. I've been wondering when your magician ass would show back up like that. Oh, Queen of Rods. Woo. You're going to be building like a skyscraper, focusing on the dedication of what works and what doesn't, and hauling ass. I just see you like, the song Highway to Hell? Well, your ass is not literally going 110 miles down the highway, but your ass has got your foot moving that fucking car. Like, but you're not physically in a car going down a highway. You're just going after what you want. I like your reading too. You have a good one. Especially how that ended was, to me, that was phenomenal. Hopefully it fits for some of you out there. Okay. Sagittarius. That was I haven't seen you guys do that in what? Shit. Months. Probably a couple months. At one point, you guys would always do that. You would always show up as the last card. Now let's get into Sagittarius. Sagittarius. (2023). What's changing in love for Sagittarius? Duff. You're gonna, yeah. We'll see. I almost went into Scorpio again because I could have told you guys a little bit more. It looks good for you. Very, very self-oriented and independent. That was Scorpio. Really focused on that, like the things, the little things, the very important little things. Let's get into Saggy though. I need Saggy's energy there. What do we got? Sagittarius. What's changing in love for Sagittarius 2023? What can you show us? Here we go. If you were emotionally withdrawn or set back, you're not doing that anymore. You're going after manifestations or victories. Anything that needed to be left out or made you feel left out in the cold, guess what? You've learned from it. You've transformed from it. You've said, I'm leaving this past behind me. You've really identified what works and what doesn't. At times, you may have not felt like it was going to show up. Something about, I don't feel like it's going to show up, or I don't know if it's even worth fighting for. I get that energy on Sagittarius. What else is here for Sagittarius? You might have had to make that decision. You might have had a very hard decision to make. Something you might have felt stuck with a decision. Could have been with an air sign, fire sign, water sign. I think you made the decision. I think you made your mind up. And I feel like you recognized that if the love isn't on the table, or is it going to show up, the party isn't worth the investment, or the party doesn't want to invest in me with that Six of Cups reversed and the Death reversed, you may have just been like, something, if it ain't working or it ain't showing up emotionally, it's not going to slow down my stability or my success, something about my success, my happiness. I'll stay fending for my own emotional support. I'm going after the changes. Three of Swords, the Hanged Man. You're not willing to be stuck with anything that feels like it's too much to carry. Something about, I don't want to carry anything that's not worth my battle to carry. I'll fend for myself. Emotionally, I'll let the chapters shift to the way they're meant to shift. If somebody's not wanting to show me this, show me that we can balance something out, it's okay. I'll move forward, and I'll move forward kind of like respectfully. I get this, like, I'll do it respectfully, but at the same time, it might have been hard to leave that person. Some of you were in like a deep love connection. This is what that tells me. This is, you really love this person. Clarify anything. But you recognized you may have felt like if you weren't getting balance, or it wasn't moving, the thoughts, the stress of it, the Knight of Rods, you slowly recognize, I have to move on. I didn't get the judgment I wanted. Emotionally, it emotionally it sucked, kind of sucked, but I think you witnessed that it was the best action was to just let something be what it is. If it's not working, if it's not willing to pursue me and I want to pursue it, I have no option here. Kind of recognizing that. Some of you recognize that, or that's what you did to them, and they recognized it. It does feel like they did it to you, or you guys did it to each other. What the? Some of you did played a back and forth game with each other, is what that shows me. Temperance. Somebody wasn't patient, or was thinking that the grass is greener on the other side, or that they had more options. Didn't really give the past enough thought, but emotionally still thinks about you, or if they made the right decision, or that's what you did for a while. I feel like you've learned how to move on and really take your own, go in your own direction. Kind of respect yourself. Emotionally cut. You had to put it down. If it wasn't bringing in the balance, it was time to start. Basically, start anew. The world is up right next to justice. Ace of Rods reversed with celebrations. Lack of passion or interest on both on like one. So one person was fighting for the other. One wasn't building or wanting to reconcile. Not building at all. Wanting to move on. The other one wasn't ready to be released. Could have been the fire sign that wasn't ready to be released. Could have definitely been whether you dealt with another fire sign, air sign, did fire, air, earth, or it's just stressful as hell. Gemini, that's what I'm seeing. No secrets here that you really started to pay attention to your worth. Whatever sign you dealt with, fire, air, earth, water, whatever it was, you really started to pay attention to what's worth battling for. This wasn't easy. You might have had to do this in silence. Something about this is all about you knowing you have to be silent about it, or you had to go within. Go within. It doesn't feel evil. The devil, I don't feel evil or bad. I just feel like you had to endure the strength to cope with something that felt like it was out of your control that you didn't want to release. I think you did it. I think you did it. Wheel of Fortune, you made the decision. You guys made the decision because you learned that you can't be stuck in your head about a decision that's out of your control. And how I can express that is you've moved on from things that weren't fighting in your direction or coming towards you. Could have been other things that were very upsetting to deal with, or it could have had, you could have been a lot of past energy that of situations that just kept getting brought up or wrecking or making it hard to overcome a situation though in that relationship. The Wheel of Fortune and making a decision, kind of you recognizing it's time for change. You saying, you know what, I want change. Well, I think that's you more than them. I feel like it's you more than them that had to accept that you may have that you had to make a decision, that you had to get the truth and clarity that to get a victory, sometimes it's better to go in a new direction. Something about a brand new direction for you. All right, let's keep going. How's everybody doing? How are we all doing in here? We all hanging in there? Thank you for being here. And hitting that like button. I appreciate it. All right, let's keep rolling. Capricorn. Guys, I'm not usually going to wear my sunglasses, but it's just going to help. I'm going to wear my sunglasses. It's so bright in my face. I don't know why I didn't think about that earlier. It's just too much. I mean, you can see it. I was hoping I could get this done before the sun would do that, but I knew I needed to block the window. But I'm like, and the sun wasn't it was very little over there, but I'm like, it's going to hit me in the face. It always likes to at this time. And I'm like, I have something where I could put a curtain up, but I don't want to buy a curtain rod for that. I could hang something over it, and I was like, I'm not going back upstairs. All right. What's going on, Capricorn? Clarify what's going on. Why? Show me the why for Capricorn. Love next year. Celebrations. Decisions. You're going to have decisions. Many decisions. Emotional change aspect. You're going to have a lot of passion. What is this? And you're going to be very, I don't know why I feel the need to tell you. Luck is on your side. You have that. Whoa. That was, no, that don't feel right. What else? What else do you have? What else do you have? Luck is going to be on your side. This wants to come out to love. The strength of a love situation or a love situation that may have not have transformed correctly in the past, it's going to want to show up for you. If you've had to deal with so many times where you thought it was going to work out, and no matter what past year this was for you, Capricorn, when it comes to the victory, but then recognizing that it was either like somebody felt like you had too many responsibilities or obligations, or they felt that way about you, or you saw that with them. Like they were trying to take on too much or take on you and so many other things. Somebody may have felt like they weren't getting the investment they deserved or wanted. I do feel like it's you. Like you feel like the judgment you did want wasn't showing up. I feel like you get lucky next year. Something transforms in love for you because of situations. And it feels like that Ace of Cups feels like brand new love. I feel like something that didn't happen decides to show up for you. You may have some suitors. I feel like you have some suitors coming towards you. Or if you were to go after them, they're gonna want to come towards you. Look at it. You have moving, and that's reversed. Reversed moving is a reverse card is typically when I read, not every time, but typically when I read, I have to go up exactly how I feel. Typically, that is the other person, and I feel like they want to move towards you. You could have somebody that wants to move towards you. Ooh, so some of you could be brand new love or somebody you've already dealt with. I ask, is it somebody new? And that there tells me you're gonna have to pick your poison. This right here is pick wisely, Capricorn. Pick wisely. Do I play with somebody of past tense energy, or do I build with the new connections that want to come in, that want to celebrate with me? Pick wisely with this celebration. Very important. Really be very emotionally attached to the correct decision. Because this told me somebody from the past may want to show back up. Somebody may want to show back up and get that judgment with you. But it doesn't feels like they were juggling you or juggling too much. Why does it feel that way? It could have been betrayal. I had a Rod's energy, Hierophant, and you learned about it. You learned about this. I just saw your card. It was on my thumb, but let's see what you get. When it came to wanting to manifest true love, could have been some deceit or something you had to learn about or see for yourself. There were secrets. There were secrets in a judgment and an outcome that made you not feel like you could trust it, and that you had to walk away from it or make the decision to go after a connection that's going to love you correctly. Love you correctly. Not like this. It's like this. Not wanting to be stuck in a toxic divine connection, or with a person that's not going to love you correctly or fight for your direction. You didn't want to fight for something that wasn't fighting for you in the past. You recognized you weren't receiving the balance you deserved, so you'll go build somewhere else. I think you know this. The Hermit reversed, the Three of Pentacles. If they ghosted you, cut you out, you won't want to initiate a new connection with them. You'll cut them out. That's what I got for Capricorn. Capricorn's like, no, I'll cut them out. I'll pursue action. I don't even know what you got. I'll cut them out. I will not reciprocate kind of energy. I will not respond. I don't want to respond. I'll focus on what makes me happy. Some of you are like, it's somewhere else in the world, knowing that my happiness lies somewhere else because I dealt with somebody who was lying to me, or who was emotionally, might have dealt with somebody who was messing with you or like being around you because of your stability. Could have dealt with somebody that was gaslighting you. That's somebody that could have been gaslighting a situation. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. The sun's still in my face. Maybe 5-10 minutes I'll be done with the glasses. We'll see. All right. How's everybody doing? Aquarius. In a minute, I need to drink some coffee. It's kind of like watered down coffee by now. My ice is almost all melted. What's here for Aquarius? What is here for Aquarius? What's showing? You keep showing a Leo. Why the fuck do you keep seeing a Leo card on every time I shuffle? In an Earth sign. There's Leo again, 3 times in a row, but up, reversed, up, back and forth. Leo again. Jesus Christ, split in half. You may have to trust your intuition with a water fire sign. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Something like that for you, right off the bat. Whatever that's about. Could be a Libra, could be a Gemini, could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Libra, Gemini, Aries. I'm going to say all of them. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You dealt with a deceitful, somebody who was, I think somebody that was very dishonest, or they were dishonest. You dealt with somebody that was dishonest. This is a past connection, no matter what sign it is. When I say dishonest, there's the lack of. You guys don't talk right now. You don't. If you talk, this isn't probably going to be your reading, and you were probably exchanging bodily fluids with this person. You guys don't communicate, or you know that it's not wise to communicate with this person. It's wise to move away from this person. Kind of like, no, I don't communicate. Page of Rods reversed. The Empress reversed. The 3 of Hearts upright. One more. Page of Cups. I don't feel like you want to chase after a situation. It could be any sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Definitely could be Earth. Air, fire, water. What else? Show me something for love with Aquarius in 2023. What's coming in? What's coming in is you're moving on, or you've decided that you had to do not. The best option was to move on. Could have been a Sagittarius or a Leo, Taurus, or you could really focus on keep getting your money right, or saving your money, building your money up, or going towards something, something investment, chasing better investments. You could also be hanging out with your friends more, something like that. Guy friends, girlfriends, something like that. Ace of Pentacles, or feeling drawn away from your friends in celebrations because you need to invest in your foundation or put money in the bank. Something about that. King of Cups reversed. You might have cut off a water sign. Definitely a water sign, air sign, or a fire sign. The Empress reversed. I don't think you wanted to be juggled, and you knew that decision needed to be released. Something about I need to release a chapter in my life. I'm not going to let anything put me out in the cold. I'll accept change. I'm not going to let anything hurt me. I'll walk away from it. If it doesn't want to build with me, I'm not going to let it do what to me. I'm not going to self-sabotage my own thoughts or feelings because something about your worth. You might have dealt with manipulating energy. Very manipulating energy, and it took a while to catch on, but I feel like you did catch on, and you go right back into focusing on your stability and your own growth. That's a beautiful message. Somebody was lying. In love, somebody was lying or offering their cup to other people. Becky or Joey, whatever your name is. If your name's Becky or Joey, I don't mean it. Just go with it. King of Swords, Queen of Rods. I feel like you had to recognize, a situation in love that just kind of sucked. Emotional. This person was an emotional manipulator. You dealt with you could have been a narcissist. This is very narcissistic energy. Look at this. Very narcissistic energy. King of Rods. You couldn't get through to them or if you wanted to. but you're not worried about that anymore because it's behind you. Something about it's behind you, emotionally knowing that it was slowing you down from true love or true beautiful, something more beautiful to show up for you. That's what I have for you. Something of you released anything old, anything old that wasn't treating you correctly. Look at this. The only card that I want to grab is the balance card. I have all the other cards in my hand. And then the King of Swords. You're taking action because you passionately, you may have opened up your heart to somebody and then it just wasn't going the way it was supposed to go. Something about not getting, I'm going to give you a little more. For whatever reason, I want to give you a little bit more. I don't know why. We're not pulling these in here though. These are going to stay over here to the left. Something else. Show me something else for Aquarius. You're moving forward. You're moving forward. And you know that's what's best for you right now. You know that there's no secret. That's what's best, and that's what's going to bring in your abundance and your happiness. Knight of Pentacles with the World. You've released the old, out with the old, in with the new. No secret that it sucked or it felt like, Jesus, why was it so hard to do this? You did do it. You've went through it. And now you're going to be very focused on all the happy things or aiming to stay very optimistic next year. Or that's the message that will help you. Something like that. I don't feel like you're facing anything of the past or regretting the past. I feel like you're knowing that if it didn't fight for me and I couldn't get the victory with it, oh well. If it doesn't work, I don't care. It's gone. And I'm going to pursue actions that make you feel balanced. Something about balancing out the situation. If you didn't get the judgment you wanted in the past, it's because you were supposed to learn something about how to value what you're going to get in the future. That's what your message is showing me. And I keep getting the Justice card for you. Maybe it was a Libra. Maybe it was I could have been. You have so many cards here. Libra, Leo, Gemini, everything's here. There's a lot of everything here. It's too much. Can't even remember all of them. But you know what sign you may have dealt with if you knew their sign. All right, Pisces. We're going to do Pisces. All right, the sun is pretty much out of my face. So here we go. What's here for Pisces? What's the message for 2023 for Pisces signs? Do you have a Leo on your mind, Pisces? Queen of Rods. I almost bent this card in half, and I'm glad I didn't. So I would have been like, damn it. Do you got a Leo on your mind? Or does a Leo got you on the brain? Something's going on with a Leo, potentially. Not all of you that's going to work for. Somebody's got a Leo on the mind, or Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So there's something like that. Or wanting to pursue action with another. Somebody's thinking about an investment. Somebody's thinking about an investment. Is it from the past? Is it a Sagittarius? Or wondering if it's going to make them happy. If you're holding on to anything of the past that made you feel bound to it, don't rush the situation because it'll fall apart before it starts. Really make sure you're ready to go towards the next thing. In other words, if you're still hung up on an ex, don't jump into something else because it usually falls apart faster than it can stop. And I just got a bunch. Chariot. You may be trying to work your way away from a situation that was burdensome. This is very specific for the sign of Pisces. Walk away from something. Emotionally upsetting. A lot came out here. I'm going to give them all to you. You got the most at once. You may have wanted to build with a celebration in the past, or knowing that a celebration, making a decision. In love, I think you were back and forth on what to do. Not sure if you should walk towards it or walk away from it. It wasn't worth it. There's something of the past that may not have been worth it or showed up the way it was supposed to. It was really to teach you something, to move away from stuff that doesn't show fulfillment or in a relationship. You've got to be able to listen to the other person. The other person's got to be able to listen to you. That's super important, or nothing goes. Could have definitely been Ace of Rods, a fire sign, earth sign that you dealt with for this reading. Hold on. Maybe another water sign. Three of Hearts. You were heartbroken. This person may have had. This person played with your heart. Don't play with my heart. This person played with your heart, and also may have tried to, may have valued you for money, or thought you like could take care of them. I get like I can take care of you, like they wanted you to take care of them. Your best bet was to move away from that. Show me something else for I'm getting past tense energy. The Ace of Pentacles with a Strength card. It could have been a Leo, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo that you were hoping to fight for a victory or would fight for you. The Hierophant. What did you learn? That the reconciliation, the decision was that somebody was going to be left behind. You either had to, Pisces, you're the moon card. I feel like you had to recognize that something left you behind and just own it. And before you jump to the next thing, make sure you're over the last thing. When it comes to love, that's going to be super important. If you're going to be in it to win it, you have to be ready to move on. If you're emotionally still stuck on something or getting the balance, some of you might in 2023, the message could be you're finally balancing out a past connection you really wanted to see work that didn't work or fight for you. Something about it not working or fighting for you. And 2023, you'll be ready. This is like 2023, you'll be ready. You'll probably cut out anything that blocks your wish fulfillment or the true happiness you deserve and want to see. Emotionally, I feel like if you've been back and forth on if I'm ready, you're ready. Something about you're done. Your reading's done. You're ready. The change is coming. But I feel like it's on its way. I don't feel like you've reached it. I feel like you're building that momentum. Something about you building that momentum that you've been struggling to build in the past. Emotionally, you're almost there. This is like I'm almost there to go to the next chapter, to the next celebration. You'll get there. You know, you're still holding on to something. You're still holding on to something. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. But you're gonna overcome it, and the universe is gonna help you. That's what I have for my dear Pisces. I hope you guys enjoyed these messages. How you all doing? If you're new, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. All right. I shall see you guys again very soon. I'm going to get out of here. Have a great day. Bye.